Hello and welcome back to the Komi Cast, the Komi Can't Communicate podcast. I'm your host Joshua, and I'm joined by.
What's up? It's your boy Eric who can't communicate. I don't know what I'm
It's my
doing.
dog Eric.
Dude, I'm so tired after the past few days. I had to get up early for classes, so I'm out of it.
Yeah, don't blame you. I didn't exactly have a great night of sleep last night either, but whatever.
Yeah,
Let's move on
yeah,
to the episode.
yeah. I was trying to find like a dumb way, like a funny way to do an intro, and then like nothing came to me, which feels
Gosh,
fitting.
I just came up with what was fitting for the character that we get introduced to this episode.
Yeah, I wasn't that smart. But let's be real. When am I ever that smart?
Fair enough.
Um, yeah, we're talking about episode 3.
Yep.
Well, actually, Netflix episode 2 as well.
Netflix episode 2 first.
There was nothing egregious to me about that one, but when I watched it, the subtitles were being weird on Netflix. Like sometimes they just wouldn't load, so I had to like rewind the scene. So I don't blame them. Yeah, like so I don't blame them for that, except for a bad service.
I mean, it could have just been the service was overloaded when you watched it. But.
Yeah. So that's a Netflix as a whole problem, not a specific Komi problem.
Is that your internet? So.
Oh no, it was 100% my internet actually. But I don't know. There's nothing egregious. There was some text boxes that I don't think got translated at all, even after like rewinding. But like there were minor ones. I'm like, yeah, it's annoying that they can't translate everything. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, there were like a few minor ones where I'm like, it's fine. You can get enough of it from the idea of what's already been stated. But really the ones that just kind of got me a bit mad was the order one from the barista. But
yeah, that was dumb.
That was my only nitpick, really. Like I get it's like kind of mostly in English, but still, I'm like,
yeah,
it goes way too fast. So the text kind of helps. I don't know. It's because I can read fast, so text helps me.
Yeah, no, I think they should have translated that too, but it's kind of like, yeah. They immediately say it's wrong. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's funnier because you can know it's wrong first by just reading it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a trained subtitle reader at this point.
I'm not, so... Yeah, we watched episode 3 together, and there was multiple times where I had to be like, let me go back. Let me pause. Because there was just way too much going on.
Not really. Well, at least not to me. I read subtitles fast enough that it's
like normal. The beginning part when like they're talking about there's a Aguri talking about Komi. It would have what Aguri says, and then what Komi was thinking, and I couldn't jump between the two fast enough before it already moved on.
You want to know a really great series to train your subtitle reading?
Let me guess.
You're gonna hate me.
Komi-sama.
Oh no, not at all. No, but you're gonna also hate this other recommendation, the Monogatari series.
Oh gosh, no.
Because that show is literally nonstop talking for like 23 minutes straight.
You already showed me the toothbrush scene. I don't need to see anything else.
It's actually not all that bad, but honestly, the toothbrush scene is actually honestly not all that bad in context.
In context. You didn't give me context.
Though. Yeah.
Anyways, we're not. This isn't a Monogatari podcast, nor will we ever do one. At least not one that I am in.
No one will review my niche series.
Let's talk about episode 3 now.
Yeah. So we start with the introduction of Agari, like former introduction to Agari, I guess we should say, because we've seen her in episode 1 for a bit.
Yeah. So far, your mind's been in every episode, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it still hasn't had a proper introduction yet, though.
Yeah, I actually am very surprised because it's been a year since I've read the beginning of this, And so like I didn't realize Yamai was such a part of it before she actually got introduced.
Yeah, she's probably, I think, the biggest contender of like being like on the Komi as a goddess thing, I think. Like
Probably.
even before we meet her, like get an introduction to her character and what she's like.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so we get the introduction to Agari with Komi stalking her behind a bookshelf.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah, it was funny. She was like dropping all the books and freaks out and leaves.
Yeah, but no, this segment really is just Agari thinking that she's stalked by Komi when in reality it's Komi wanting to try and talk to her, but her nervousness kicks in.
Yeah.
Because this was all planned by Najimi because they're kind of similar people.
And because why wouldn't it be planned by Najimi?
Because clearly Najimi is a mastermind.
I don't know if Najimi is an evil genius or just pure chaos incarnate.
Pretty sure it's the second one, but
Could be a little bit of both.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just pure chaos, even by the end of this episode. And they're like, "Oh, Tadano, I heard that."
That was great. Well, again, I have ourselves.
Yeah, no, but I really do like the voice actresses like use on that line.
Yeah, no, that was great. But then we get to Igori goes into the bathroom trying to avoid Komi. Komi stands right outside the stall, which, if that's ever happened to you, is one of the most uncomfortable things.
But yeah, I mean, that's why Komi leaves, because she felt it was uncomfortable as well.
You're just trying to take a dump, and there's someone waiting, and they just hear every noise.
Okay, well, that wasn't really what Agari was doing in the restroom, though.
I'm projecting too much.
Yeah, you are.
Can you tell I don't like public bathrooms?
Yes.
I am a Rick Sanchez. Only the real ones know.
Yeah, I don't get that.
You're not a real one.
I don't know. But anyways, so then Agari gets the message from teacher, gives a message to the class by making a mistake first, but then feeling threatened by Kobe lets the real answer out or the real response out.
Yeah. Pa.
And,
what is Pa?
Yeah. Just the Pa is really funny as well.
She is a contender for the Wa.
Pretty sure it's just the Pa. But anyways.
Pa versus Wa, who will win?
And maybe Ra, but that's for later.
Akmin Ra. Sorry.
Don't even know what that's a reference to.
Night at the Museum.
It's been a while since I watched this movie, so I don't quite remember the context for that.
I forget if Akmin Ra was the name of the prince in the first movie, or if that was the guy from the second movie. I think it was the guy from the second movie.
Probably, but anyways, so Akari runs off. Komi kind of goes after, but Tadano notices her and asks what's up. Basically, Komi says that she failed trying to make friends with Akari, and then they make friends in quotation marks with Akari.
Question mark?
After that, yeah. Really in quotations, because Akari's like, I could never become the friend of Komi, but I'll gladly be her dog.
Yeah, so Aguri has some funny moments, but she's also kind of awful.
Not really. I think some of her better chapters don't have to even do with her character quirk, and honestly, it's kind of pushed to the side after this, anyways, for the most part.
Yes, but that's what I mean. Like the she's at her best when she isn't her character. Like I'm sure we'll cover it. It'll be covered later. But like the food one was really great.
Yeah, the ramen place. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
when I
great
said the
chapter.
raw.
Oh, I was expecting. I didn't know that was in reference to that. But like,
Yeah,
she's at her best when she's not pretending to be a dog. But the pretending to be a dog thing is really annoying and really quite weird.
it doesn't honestly appear all that often, though. I don't think.
Yeah, after enough that I don't like it. Well, to be fair, we've been stuck in second year hell for the past like 200 chapters, and she's not even in the second year.
Yeah, like she's only appeared, I think, like once or twice in the second year.
Yeah. I made a joke. I don't remember if I made that in a recording or not. What was the joke that I made?
About what in particular?
Oh, I remember what it was. Is I drop promises like Komi drops her friends.
Oh, right.
I don't think I made that on stream, but we were looking at the latest chapters, and it's the new class is essentially her, Tadano, and Najimi, and that's it. And then we see the other class, and the other class is every character she's ever met.
Yeah.
And we all just kind of joke, like, well, never gonna see you guys again.
Well, that's not true. The characters do come back, just not as often.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's besides the point.
And I drop my promises like Komi drops her friends.
But yeah, no. Besides that point, what was next? Oh, cell phone, right. Yeah, Komi got her cell phone and she's trying to get her friends' numbers. Specifically, she wants Tadano's number first, but we don't know that, like, at least in full till later.
I am dense.
Yeah, you're like Tadano.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Tadano. Where actually, it pretty much is like Tadano, where I'm like, most of the time, like, I understand what's going on. But when specifically about Komi's feelings about Tadano, it just, nope. Like, it took me multiple reads and watches for me to be like, oh, she wanted Tadano's number first.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, gosh, like, I got it from my first time by the end of, like, from the end of it, but rereading it, I'm like, okay, I get what they were going for earlier on.
Yeah, it took me like 2 or 3 tries.
Yeah.
After it'd already been told, it took me like 2 or 3 tries to be like, what? I was like, oh, there I see it.
Yeah, I'm like, it's freaking told to you later in the chapter.
You gotta read between the lines.
Yeah, exactly. That's what all this entire manga is about.
For those of you who don't know, that was a School of Rock reference. Take a wild guess what reading between the lines means.
Eric, I'm not going to comment on that any further. Anyways, so
you've never seen School of Rock.
Najimi's number. I've never seen School of Rock. Anyways, Komi gets Najimi's number, and they start talking about Tadano, which Tadano gets confused at because he is pretty dense, like 2 years worth of dense sometimes. No, that's not a reference to anything in the universe. But yeah, she tries to get Audrey's number, doesn't quite work, and then basically when trying to get Tadano's number, Audrey just kind of spills the beans.
Well, yes and no. We see the flashback of Najimi saying, hey, go give this to Komi, but don't like type it into her phone because she wants Tadano first. That's in the flashback. It's just Aguri making the situation awkward.
Well, no, because she actually does say that.
Oh, does she?
Because she says that's what Najimi said at the end of it, basically meaning everything that we heard in the flashback is what she said in real life.
I thought
real time.
Wait, let me go back to that chapter real quick. I thought it just meant like, oh, I misunderstood. You want my phone number. Najimi said you want my phone number.
Yeah, no. She literally basically says what Najimi said to her.
Because that's different.
Yeah. The flashback is basically just because it's what Najmi actually said. She's just repeating verbatim. That's why Tadano blushes and whatnot.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it took Tadano 2 years to figure this out.
Yep. I'm like, signs weren't pretty obvious now.
I don't know why I just put Jolly Rancher in my mouth while we're recording. That was a terrible idea.
Don't worry. I've seen streamers decide, hey, I'm going to start eating gummy bears on stream because, that's a good idea.
Yeah. This is a horrible idea.
Yeah, things that last in your mouth for a while aren't exactly a great idea on stream or recording.
Also, I just got stuck vertically in my mouth. That was gross.
Fun. So yeah, Komi gets Tadano's number. So she achieved her goal.
Yep.
And then we get, I think, probably the best part of this episode, honestly.
Tadano screamed.
No, I just mean the cell phone part in general.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I don't know, I really love this chapter in the manga, and it's done really well in the anime as well. Especially the panic.
You guys like this sound?
Eric, stop.
Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired. Probably isn't a good state to record it, but whatever, we're still doing it.
Yeah, we're sending it. Let's send it.
Yeah, no, but yeah. Any comments about like the cell phone section or
well, technically before we get to the proper cell phone call, we have the class decision.
Do we? I thought that was after.
I don't remember how it was organized in the manga. I just know it was after in the chapters.
Yeah, no, it's chronological in the episode as well. Just I guess it was. It totally slipped my mind. It was.
Yeah.
I guess just goes to show what state I'm in. Like,
dude, we're both so out of it.
Yeah, it's fine though.
I was cracking jokes the entire time we were watching it. Most of them did not go appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if we ever get Neo the One's Review out, the episodes we recorded last night, also a lot of jokes that were not appreciated. So,
Eric, it takes kind of very specific humor to get me to laugh.
Old Yeller, come back, Yeller.
Please stop.
No. Hey, Agori is Old Yeller. Just take her out back. That's mean. I don't hate Agori that much. She's not the worst character.
She's not the worst character. I'm fine with her. She's not my favorite, but she's not like my least favorite by a long shot. Yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, so I guess we do have the class president thing first, which basically is the introduction of Komi isn't good enough for class president. She needs to be even higher. So let's just elevate her to the status of goddess. Praise be to goddess Komi.
There is no step between the two.
Nope. It's just class president straight to goddess. Yep. Yeah, but no. It was a pretty funny chapter, honestly.
Yeah. Like I would do my monologue, which is great.
Yeah, the removal of that is great. But yeah, no, I mean it really wasn't needed, like, because we kind of already know the class's thoughts on Komi already,
Yeah. But how would we know that her fingernail is the golden ratio?
I'm pretty sure we'll get it when that character is introduced.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, it's yeah. But I do love the scene of just these like some of the classmates just looking like delinquents going up to Najimi when Najimi says Komi's not good enough for class president.
Yeah. Leave it to me.
Yeah, but then also how Najimi then turns it and how it becomes mortifying for Tadano and Komi.
Yeah. That was
Also, just love
amazing.
it. And then they just pin the class president thing on Tadano at the end because none of them want to do it.
Yeah. So that's actually one of the things I love too. They added more of Tadano's thoughts while Najimi was doing this. And like,
Not really. It's about the same.
they added like one or two. Which do you like?
And it must have been like kind of small because I'm pretty sure it's like practically 1-to-1.
Yeah, I was like, I forget what it was. I don't know. Oh, it's 1-1. I was like, you're sacrificing yourself to save Komi. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I guess they did add that in, but yeah.
Yeah.
And now we get to the cell phone scene.
Yeah. Oh, also, I forgot to mention the first scene. I find it really funny, Tano looking at Komi like a proud parent.
Oh yeah, and the cell phone scene in the Komi getting the cell phone numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah. But then
Do I
we
have
get
do I have regrets
yeah.
about the Jolly Rancher? Yes. Would I do it again? 100%.
Well, you can do it on Matt's stream and annoy him.
I don't have one Jolly Rancher, so sadly I can't do it again. But I might go and get more.
Yeah, just go do that. I mean, it's the day after Halloween, so they should be cheap everywhere.
Yeah.
Which definitely doesn't date this recording.
Dude, we've been dating all of our recordings. What are you talking about?
True. Um, um, but yeah, so then we get to Komi messing with her cell phone at home, which honestly is a pretty cute scene.
Yeah. I was surprised they pulled off the panic mode. And the panic mode was so funny in the anime.
Yeah, no, the panic mode is just great. And they're animating all that stuff at once too. It's not easy.
Yeah. Like the fact that I thought they were just going to show her moving really fast. But no, they actually did draw like 6 Komis in one scene.
Yeah. And they all are animated, albeit limited, but I mean, still animating all 6 at once is not an easy task.
Yeah. Also, how old is Komi?
At the start of the series, 15.
Pretending to talk to people on the phone?
She's never had her own personal phone.
Fair enough, but still, it just seems like, how old are you?
Okay, maybe she wanted to practice her communicating skills.
No, it was cute though. It was just like, oh,
Yeah.
good.
I just find it funny that the version of her phone just so happens to be the one that instantly calls you the contact you're on when you put it up to your ear.
She learned that one fast.
Yep.
Also, why was she pretending to talk to Tadano, not like her mom?
Probably because like being able to talk to her friends is what she wants to do.
Yeah, but she doesn't really talk at home either. So
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure her family understands that, considering 3 of them are very similar.
yeah.
And that's Komi included in the 3 if you didn't get that, Eric.
What?
When I said 3 of them are pretty similar at communicating at home.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I might have ADD. I've not been diagnosed. I've never really thought that I had it, But I think like through the course of this recording process, I'm like, I might have it.
I don't know. I couldn't self-diagnose anything. Anyways. But yeah, anyways. And so she ends up calling Tadano and tries to get out of it by hanging up immediately. That's where we get the panic mode. And then Tadano calls back. She answers, tries to play it off like the number isn't in service. But
I don't know what she was thinking, but that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't believe she thought she would get away with that.
Tadano pretty easily figures it out. And
yeah, the stuttering didn't help.
Yeah, but no, I mean but no, it's a really nice scene between Tadano and Komi. Also, the first time that we get like a good, clear listening of Komi's voice.
Yep. Her voice is so pretty.
It's really good.
Yeah, her voice was really pretty.
I just love that Tadano's sister just says to him to shut up.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit. So there's a story. This guy committed the crime, went into hiding to not get caught for the crime, and decided that he was just going to spend 12 years of his life not talking because if he said anything, then it might like mix up the story, or like he like could get caught on a lie or whatever. So instead of lying his way, he just didn't talk for 12 years. They eventually did catch him, threw him in jail. His voice had atrophied, like his vocal cords had atrophied. He was no longer able to speak.
Huh. I think I've heard this one before, but yeah, it's interesting.
So, Komi, who are you talking to, Gil?
I mean, to be fair, it's not like she hasn't tried to talk, but anyways, and then we get to the last segment, the game section.
Yeah. I forgot that Tadano was a Chad. I don't know why I forgot this.
Really? You think Chadano starts this early?
Yes. This is the birth of Chadano.
What makes you think that?
The kissy face.
Oh, him taking the fall for that?
No. Well, yes, but no.
What do you mean? We don't even see it.
I want it.
Okay.
So, back this up. Komi sees a group of popular kids playing like hand school games. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We aren't gonna go into how the games are described because we aren't exactly quite sure how they function ourselves. Even after reading the manga, we still aren't quite sure.
Yeah, I'm very confused by this. Just think of the bullfrog game. What's the bullfrog one called?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say this is probably like the chapter with the hardest games to understand in English.
Yeah.
Out of the game chapters, because there are more that follow this, but
yeah, by the
easier
banks of the hanker, the bullfrog.
Yeah,
I don't know how it goes.
I don't know, but anyways, basically,
Dude, last time I played that, it's like
it's an order game sort of thing, and so basically, whoever was going to lose had to show like a kissy face type thing as punishment. Because Najimi loves that sort of thing.
Yeah, so she's the popular kids doing that, and then Tadano's like, if we do this with the popular kids, I will get killed and Komi will be traumatized. So he's like, yeah, we'll do it after school with just Najimi and Ogori.
Well, yeah, but he also says that it would be a good thing for Komi because she'd be able to make a lot of friends potentially, just not right now.
Yeah, eventually. But then Najimi, being the agent of pure chaos.
Yep.
The Najimi It's like
they're just like, I heard that, Tadano.
yep. And it's like, hey, Komi, want to join
Wanna
us?
join us? Yeah.
Komi gets excited. Tadano loses his mind.
Immediately is dreading it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I have to join just to watch over Komi, basically.
Yep.
And it's funny the reactions of when Komi decides to join versus when Tadano decides to join. And
yeah, everyone like pretends to be nice, like, oh sure, yeah, Tadano, you can join. And he can just read their thoughts. And he's like, I know exactly what all of you guys are thinking.
Yeah, just Yumai is always so brutal to him in her thoughts.
Yeah.
Which fits, but yeah.
But yeah, they play games. I don't know much about the games. At first, they let Komi win on every game.
Yeah, but then once Najimi puts in the punishment, they want her to lose because they want to
Najimi, the freaking unit. the agent of pure
incarnate.
chaos. Yeah, the agent of pure chaos. Just like, hey, the loser has to make a kissy face.
Yeah.
Which is first off very childish, but also hilarious.
I mean, they all want to see it, so I mean, is it really that childish?
I want to see Komi-san's kissy face. So I did not know Tadano was part of that group, but apparently he was.
Yeah, no, Tadano always is in those group shots, but when it comes down to the wire of forcing her to do something like that, he will back off.
That is probably true. I just thought he had more class.
Well, I mean, he does, because he took a fall for her.
Well, yeah. Also, they changed the art style for this and like gave like Najimi like, I don't know, like a Yu-Gi-Oh dueling glove. I don't even know.
I'd say kind of more Pokemon-esque, which actually kind of fits by the studio that it's being done by.
Yeah, that fits quite a bit actually. Yeah, it's like Pokemon-esque.
Considering Studio OLM is also the same studio that does Pokemon.
Yeah. I didn't realize how big of a name OLM is. Because if they just said it's the Pokemon studio, I'd be like, oh, the Pokemon anime, great. But then you look at what else they do, and it's like, wait, these are the people that do Pokemon?
I mean, they also did the I think it was like the 90s Berserk OVAs, which are the best adaptation of Berserk.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But
rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they do kind of skip some stuff, which is kind of important to know about it, but it's fine. Just manga is a good way to experience Berserk anyways. Like the OVAs from the 90s aren't bad. Just I definitely know just people are like, Mira's style is hard to translate to anime.
Yeah. No, that is fair. But yeah, so we get back on topic to the game. They all go and do the thing. And it's down to Komi and Tadano. And they're all just staring.
And telling Tadano, hurry up, do it. Because like they won't cut me to lose.
Yeah, do it.
But not Komi. Tadano's like, okay, how can I lose this?
Come on, Komi, say it. Say 7. Say 7.
Komi didn't understand a thing.
Yeah, she didn't know what the rules were. Which, to be fair, neither do we. So
yeah, but also to be fair, Najimi speaks them in like the double speed of what she was like last episode with the order.
That's true.
Honestly, probably one of those things that probably isn't going to get translated either. So we're going to be about just as clueless in the Netflix version as Komi.
Yeah. We are. That's going to suck. That's going to absolutely suck. Whatever.
That's fine. We didn't quite understand it even when we were able to read it.
That's true.
Then we get this is probably like the most like kind of Japanese like hand game, I think, that we see, because the rest are like fairly universal, I think, after this. So
Yeah. Whatchamacallit. Yeah, so he's trying to figure out how he's going to lose.
and so basically he sets the wrong number to lose instead.
Yeah. And then we get one of the weirdest looking panels, maybe, in the manga, and definitely.
But you mean the thing where it changes art style for Tanahashi being like, oh, I said the wrong number, teehee.
Yeah, that.
It's not on purpose. It's meant to be like he knows he's doing it wrong. Just he has to overplay it.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just like looking at it like the do you remember this TV show called The Replacements? Like this old Disney Channel cartoon? It was awful, by the way.
No clue. I just feel like the style's a bit more reminiscent of shoujo manga type stuff.
That might be it too. Man, I don't know why I'm talking so much about Disney Channel in the past like 3 days. It's a thing apparently.
I don't know.
Every so often The Replacements comes back in my mind for some reason just to haunt me. It's not a good show.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so Tadano does that, and afterwards they go back to their seats because I think that's like the end of like either lunchtime or break time or something like that. And Tadano's just like saying
Dead.
Komi's just like saying like, oh, thank you. And Donald's just like, yeah, no problem. Just feel like I got like a hole in my stomach. Because he really wants to kill himself after that embarrassment that he pulled.
Unalive himself.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like
demonetize this YouTube.
He just says he feels like it. It's not like he actually was going to do it.
Yeah. Speaking of YouTube, did you know that 99% of the people watching this video right now are fans of Komi?
And are probably also not subscribed.
And also think that Komi is the goddess?
Yeah, okay, we've tried this out. Anyways,
do you want to talk about our Lord and Savior, Komi-sama?
Okay, Eric, we get the point. But yeah.
Is that sacrilege? That might be sacrilege.
I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, so just yeah, that's the end of the episode. There were just like a few like standout points that were just really cool and fun. But yeah, no, overall still another really good episode. I mean, the anime hasn't disappointed yet, so
yeah. It feels like the least focused of the three. It probably is my least favorite of the three. That said, it's still really good.
It's also just kind of accurate because Komi is very much like the episodes are a weekly. Yeah. Like, yeah, just the chapters are very a weekly thing most times. So
yeah. Well, that's my thing too. I'm like, that is kind of how the chapters are, but I guess it feels it makes more sense for the chapters because the chapters are distinct breaks, whereas this is supposed to be like a singular episode, and so it just feels weird jumping over the place.
And a lot of slice of lives are like this, so it's nothing new to me.
Yeah, it's new to me. So that's why I'm just like, might take some getting used to. It's not necessarily bad. I still think it's a really good show, and this was a really good episode. I just put this out like an 8 rather than like a 10. That's just me.
I mean, at least there's also just like some really good animation bits to make up for it and whatnot. If you feel that way, at least. But
yeah, no, like I think it still does everything great. It just is lacking that focus that the other two had, which will probably be the case moving forward. Enough. Yeah.
For at least the most part, there are like still some chapters that are still like 2-parters and whatnot, because like the cell phone bit is like kind of like a through line throughout the episode and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just a lesser through line than compared to like the other ones with like the entire Nachimi thing or the introduction to Komi.
Yeah. Like we get the Agori like introduction, and she's really only there for the introduction, and then a gag.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't think I have much more to say.
Nope.
It was
I
good.
think I think that's about it, honestly. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and
Worship
catch
Komi.
us and catch us next time where we will be reviewing episode 4 of the anime.
Later.
Bye.